There's a feeling you rarely get from a video game. The feeling of getting fully immersed in a world that delivers unlimited beauty and exploration. That's a feeling most people experienced on 11/11/2011. The effects of that day, the day Skyrim was released, are still being felt across the gaming industry. And ever since then, gamers and developers alike have been trying to recapture that feeling again. You watching that trailer clip was probably enough to make you want to go play the game again. But if that's not enough, by the end of this video, I guarantee you'll be looking at Skyrim in a completely different way, and you'll be wanting to play it some more. But why? What makes Skyrim so special? What about it, 14 years later, won't let us go? To understand why Skyrim has a grip on so many people, we have to talk, very briefly, about what makes it such a great game. Skyrim struck a perfect chord with gamers because of a few key elements: immediate exploration, a handcrafted world, and a rewarding progression system. Skyrim takes it a step further, and it presents all of this in a simple way that feels complex enough to keep you hooked. Think about it, when you step out of the cave at Helgen, you're free to go wherever you want and do whatever you want. And the world is crafted in a way that no matter where you go, you will always come across a handcrafted cave, dungeon, Dwemer or Nordic ruin. All locations that, if you let it, will take away the next hour of your life with no warning. You will explore and you will find something that makes the exploration worth it. That's not by accident, it's by design. And it stays this way throughout the entire game. Explore long enough, and before you know it, you're level 40 with a house on every hold, and Farengar hasn't even met you yet. There's so much to do in this game that you can make major progress without ever touching the main story or any of the DLCs. Skyrim is in no way the first game to do this, but it is by far one of the best to ever do it. The core gameplay loop that we just talked about is the first layer that masquerades the real reason Skyrim keeps pulling you back in. You see, Skyrim isn't just a game anymore. It's a part of you. It's a reflex. It's a habit. I'm not just saying that in an emotional sense, I mean it psychologically too. Skyrim has literally altered specific neural pathways in your brain and rooted itself there over the years to make you crave it. Now, I know that might sound crazy, but it actually makes way more sense than you think. Skyrim has used its core gameplay loop to create an even deeper loop in your brain. The habit loop. Let me explain. Think back for a second. When I showed you the clip of the trailer earlier, a bit of nostalgia likely fired for you. Or when I mentioned something about walking out of Helgen, you probably had a tiny craving to start a new playthrough right then and there, just so you can experience that feeling again. There's a reason for that, and it's basic psychology. In Atomic Habits, James Clear explains that every habit follows 4 key steps: cue, craving, response, and reward. And think about it. Isn't that exactly what happens to you right before you start every new Skyrim playthrough? You're just going about your day and bam, something triggers you. The cue, a clip, an edit, or even 2 seconds of the iconic soundtrack. Then all of a sudden, you're craving to play the game again. Your response? As soon as you get the chance, you hop on and make a new character to start all over again, seeking that same feeling. And the reward? You get that sense of wonder all over again until the playthrough ends or you've had your fill, and the whole loop resets. And that's not you just having fun in the game. Your brain is releasing dopamine as you play, the chemical that makes the reward worth it. Now, obviously, I'm oversimplifying this whole system, but for most of you still watching at this point, you likely just had a huge realization. But if you're still skeptical, let's actually break it down. Let's look at the common reasons people think they keep playing Skyrim. Nostalgia? Well, it has to be more than that, because you don't go back and replay every game from your past or your childhood every single year, like a lot of us do with Skyrim. Replayability? Well, tons of other games before and after Skyrim have that, so it can't just be that alone. How about the quality? Other games arguably have better graphics, better writing, better combat, and yet they don't pull you back in the same way Skyrim does. None of this is strong enough. So what is it? It's familiarity. It's repetition. It's the immersion of slipping into a world that delivers the same consistent feeling while staying unique enough to be a different experience every time you play it. no matter how long it's been since you last played. That alone is enough to keep you coming back for more year after year. Skyrim isn't just a part of your overall gaming hobby, Skyrim has become its own habit. It has literally carved its own section into your long-term routines. It has become a piece of you. That's why a single clip, a screenshot, or the familiar tune of Secunda can suddenly make you want to start a whole new playthrough. See what I mean? Skyrim triggers something in you, something that reminds you exactly how much fun you've had, and it won't let you go until you play it and complete the habit loop once again. That being said, there is a glaring problem with this habit loop though. Your brain wants more, and there's only so much that Skyrim can give it. And if you pay close enough attention, you'll notice this problem happening with other games too. It's boredom. Boredom with Skyrim is just the most obvious because it's one of the few games that's kept you coming back for over a decade. And at this point, let's be honest, boredom has become a meme within the Skyrim community. It's why people spend more time modding the game than actually playing it. And most people can't play the game without mods, creations, or something that adds some sort of value and gives you a new experience. As great as Skyrim is, your brain isn't necessarily craving Skyrim itself, it's craving the feeling Skyrim used to give you, and it needs something new to continue to fill that. That's why the longer you go without playing, the more you miss it. It feels fresh again after a while. But the more frequently you play it, the more easily you get bored with it. You see, Skyrim has your brain caught in this strange offshoot of the habit loop. You used to get a lot of fun from playing it, and because of that, you still get cravings and urges to return to it. But when you do play it now, it's less rewarding. And that's not the game's fault. Nothing has changed about the experience vanilla Skyrim delivers. It's your brain's fault. James Clear actually talks about this a little bit in Atomic Habits. Clear describes how repeated behaviors trigger less dopamine the more they become routine, which is why things don't feel as rewarding forever. As habits become routine, the satisfaction they provide tends to diminish. Habits lose their excitement as they become automatic. You both have fun with Skyrim and get bored with it because as a habit, it has its own dopamine bell curve. You want to play, you have fun, and then you get bored. And over the years, this cycle has repeated itself time and time again. Honestly though, is that really a problem? Is it really that bad that we get bored of video games the same way we do with everything else? We aren't designed or able to get the same amount of enjoyment from the same things forever. Now I know that's a huge tone shift, but really, think about it. Everything at some point in life loses its spark, no matter how excited you were for it when you first started it. Think about a job, a hobby, a relationship, everything at some point, though it may still be a huge part of your life and you may still enjoy it, won't have that same exact feeling, and that's okay. Skyrim is no exception. You can keep coming back to it, you can keep playing it, and you can still keep finding ways to enjoy it, but you don't have to force yourself to. Just enjoy it for what it is. A great game that, despite its flaws, is standing the test of time. To me, it's a game that isn't so much about recapturing the same feeling I once had, though at one point it was. Now my fun comes from just appreciating it. In my newest playthrough that sparked this video, I'm just taking my time. I'm stopping, exploring, and forcing myself to walk everywhere, and just taking it all in. I know that honestly sounds so boring, but the boredom has been kind of fun. I'm having way more enjoyment playing the game this way. Instead of chasing a feeling from a 14-year-old game, I'm just appreciating it. Now, you don't have to do all this too, but you should change your perspective to see Skyrim for what it is. It won't let you go because you won't let it go.